Today we are using the power of Photoshop to see how some of the most popular Minecraft mobs would look like in real life. The first mob we are going to be transforming is the LA. Right, so for the LA, I was thinking we would do something like that. Yeah, there's the head. There's the head. There's the... Why does it keep on looking like a potato? Good enough. That's the head right there. Okay, so we got a head. Nice. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm redoing that head. Alright, so that's the basic idea. I kind of went quiet while drawing that because I'm not an artist, guys. Alright, so how are we going to change this into a good looking image? No, really, I'm asking how. Please let me know. Well, let's start out by tracing out all of these shapes that we're gonna be using. Alright, so since I cannot do fingers to save my own life, this dude isn't gonna have any fingers. So the new plan is that the LA is actually just going to have these squid-like hands, because that is way easier to do than fingers. Like I said, guys, I am not an artist. Alright, so something like that. Alright, so I think I want there to be two lights coming from either side, and then a really soft front light just to light everything up. So with that in mind, let's see what we can do about that face. So I think about there we are going to be placing some eyes, so I might as well start shading that just a little bit. Oh, wait a minute, I just had a better idea for the lighting. What if he is holding a glowstone block? That would be cool. Next, we had to wrap the texture around all the shapes that we just made. I really didn't do a great job with this part, but this was such a time-consuming task that, you know what? I did do a good job. That's how we fixed the issue. Positive mindset, people. Next, we just placed a couple of ellipses for the eyes and gave them some quick shading. I then messed with the layer style of the glowstone block to get the look I was happy with. But if you don't like it, don't worry, we'll do something to make it prettier later. Then I threw on some reflections of the block in the eyes, and then it was time to do the wings. Now, the wings of the LA are odd. They sort of resemble sticks or something that definitely would not lift you off the ground. So I decided to 3D sculpt something weird and simple for the wings, something that would resemble the pair of twigs that the LA got strapped to his back. Then the final piece of this cursed puzzle was the clothing. I'm not sure if all LAs wear clothes, but this one is monetization friendly, so it does. Now, I wanted it to kind of look like Dobby's clothes from Harry Potter, but I instead got an old dirty rag look, which I guess works? Alright, so it is the next day. I am looking at this guy with a fresh pair of eyes. A pair of eyes that have gotten some sleep. And I gotta say, those eyes do not like what they see. First of all, I am pretty sure that I said that I wanted there to be two lights coming from behind him. And then one light source in front of him, which he is holding. But then we went ahead and only did the light source that he is holding. So he is only illuminated by that little thing right there. But as you can see on the wings that we made, well, the wings followed the original plan by having a light source on either side. So yeah, we gotta touch up those shadows, man. So here we got the shadow on the head place, the head area. Yes. Good words, Terrace. Very great. So with the layer mask on that shadow layer, I just want to paint out some of these shadows right here. So I think I want there to be moonlight on this side. So that's definitely a very soft light, meaning the shadows should be very soft. Now let's do the same thing with all of these shadow layers. There, we got that one over there. Cool. Let's get a smaller brush and paint out some of the shadows. Alright, that is looking a little bit better, I think. Actually, hold up, we're not completely done. Let's get some highlights on here as well. Alright, cool. So that is looking 100 times better, honestly. Way more dynamic. I love it. Okay, so I don't like this area right here. What did I do over here? What is this? Why is the head shaped like that? I don't like the fact that it's shaped like that. Let's fix that. Alright, so while we are fixing old mistakes, there is one more thing that I would like to change. And that is the glowstone block. It just looks way too flat. I mean, look at the edges. It got so much texture, but the edges are completely flat. I don't like that. Now, I could roughen up the edges and try to force a 3D look. But I'm thinking, since we already made the wings 3D, I mean, we've already dipped our toes into the 3D world. We might as well do a real simple glowstone block. Alright, let's see if we can get this look by just using a pre-made texture. I mean, that looks pretty good. The edges are very jaggedy. I like it. I like it a lot. I wonder, will we get better results if we up these segments? Oh, we definitely do. Oh, we definitely do. That's a detailed rock right there. That's a good looking rock. Okay, you know what? Let's pump that up to, let's get some mad detail on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a lot of details. That's a lot of details, my dudes. But it's not ready. It's not ready just yet. Now, there are a couple things that I want to do with this texture just so that it resembles a glowstone block. The first is that I want it to illuminate only on the edges. Alright, so we can sort of see what is happening. I don't like it. I do not like that at all. Wow, that looks like a pile of garbage. Okay, you know what? It's not perfect, but it's something. With our block of cheese constructed, I put that cheese in the LA's grasp and started working on the background. Now, I had a few different ideas for the background, but I knew I definitely wanted there to be water for the glowstone and moon to reflect in. I eventually just settled on doing a foggy ocean scene. It's simple and got the job done. So here we got the final image. I think it turned out okay, but there are definitely things I wish I did differently. But oh well, we live and we learn. Now, if you would like to download this image, then the link for it will be in the description down below. Now on to the next mob. The next mob that we shall be transforming is the Creeper. Now, with the Creeper, I started out by making a 3D model with the proportions of a Minecraft Creeper, just so that I could have a reference with a camera angle of my choosing. Next, I did a rough sketch, followed by a less rough sketch. Still a bit rough though. I then got a nice reptilian scale texture, as I felt like the creepers gotta be related to snakes with that hissing noise of theirs. Now, one thing I didn't like with the LA was how I wrapped the textures. So this time I spent a little extra time tweaking it to get it just right, and I was honestly pretty satisfied with the results this time. I then went around the edges of the body with the eraser tool to get rid of any smoothness. No smoothness allowed in here, baby. Then after some rough shading, I made the claws and face, and neither looked good. It was at this point that I started to get really frustrated with how terrible it was looking. But I knew I needed to buckle down, commit, and fix the obvious mistakes that I made. So I decided now was a great time to start working on the background instead. Now, I didn't really have any plans for the background, but you know what? Mountains are cool, rocks are cool, fog is cool, and volcanoes? Yeah, volcanoes are definitely cool. Now that I knew how the scene would be lit, I felt motivated to work on the Creeper again, but shading the texture we chose for the Creeper would take an insanely long time, since every scale needed to be shaded and highlighted. So being the lazy person I am, I tried a shortcut by selecting certain color values of the texture and isolating them on a separate layer. I could then use a layer style to get all the highlights and shadows instantly, all at the same time, all over the place. Then I replaced the face with bread. Okay, not really. I just removed it so I could redo it later. Now, with the cool new highlights, I felt the background wasn't cool enough anymore. But the volcano was still cool though. So I made everything into a volcano. What's that? The LA got an ocean? Okay. Ever heard of a lava ocean? Now, with the background looking cool enough, I remade the face, which ended up looking almost identical to the face we had before. So here we got the finished Creeper. It's a thing that exists. Wow. Now, I am not 100% satisfied with this image, but I do think we are making improvements. If you would like a copy of this image, you can find a link to it in the description down below. Now on to the final image for today. Whoa, voice crack. Now for the final image for today, I decided we would be transforming the Wither. Now the Wither was a rather simple image to make, so I'll spare you the director's commentary on this one and let you enjoy the music. Okay, I know I said I would spare you the commentary, but I gotta explain this one. So I wanted the image to look like the player's perspective when fighting a Wither. And to achieve that, I took a photo of my hand holding a... I don't know what this is. Holding a whatever that is with a phone with a flashlight on taped to its end. So I could then have him holding a torch. I then wanted him to also be holding a sword, so I tried making a diamond sword out of this iron longsword I found. But after I worked on that for a little bit, I eventually just kinda gave up on that idea. But if you would like to see me do a version like that, let me know in the comment section down below. Final image for the Wither. I think this one was the easiest to do by far, since it pretty much only required one single image I had of 3 skeletons, merged together with some lights thrown on it. But it is still my personal favorite of the 3. Which one was your favorite? Let me know with a comment, and please consider clicking the like and subscribe button while you're at it. Check out my other videos, they're also cool sometimes. Oh, look at that one. That one looks fun. Or maybe this one is more your style. Either one. Just click on either one. Come on.